Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. And I don't know if you're listening to this Sunday or Monday, but Monday, June 4th, is an exciting eclipse, lunar eclipse. The first one was the solar eclipse, May 20th. And right on top of that, at sunset on June 5th, Tuesday, the next day, is a Venus transit. So there are two very powerful celestial events lining up in these couple of days. So I've been anxious to share with you because I really attune to these celestial events, not as an astrologer. There's plenty on the Venus transit on the internet, and please have fun researching it and exactly the meaning of it. Its orbit is a pentagram, which is a 5-pointed star. It represents, the symbols are the rose and the Fibonacci spiral or golden mean triangle. It's got a lot of power. Venus has a lot of power, not to mention it's long known for its ability for beauty and right relationship, and so harmony. So Venus is very powerful. And only once in every 120 years does Venus come in front of our sun to be visible that way from the Earth. And it's an amazing sight. I attached a video down here where they've done of course we didn't have video 120 years ago, but they've done what it will appear like as it crosses the moon. Also another video that I liked about the Venus transit by an astrologer, so you can find out lots more. But here's where I'm going with it. The Venus transit happens only once every 120 years. So the last time it happened was 1892. Coincidentally, in 1892, the world of communications opened up for all the communications technology we experience today with the completion of the first transatlantic line under the ocean that allowed instant communication from America, from North America over to Europe. And of course, then that continued around the world. No longer letters, no longer telegraph, even nothing. Instant voice-to-voice communication. It changed our world in a nanosecond. And look where we've gone in just 120 years to seeing each other digitally as we speak around the world anytime we want, really almost for free. Cellular communications, everything has expanded to just a tremendous extent. It literally lit our world up, didn't it? And so here you have the eclipse. Eclipses always bring things into focus. They have us look at our shadow side. They have an incredible, this one's in Gemini, I believe, so you can find out what this particular one is all about. It's also called the strawberry moon, and the strawberry moon is the first full moon in June when the strawberries ripen, and it's an eclipse. It's also very close to the Earth. It's going to have a tremendous pull on our gravitational field, our magnetic field, so expect high tide in the oceans and in feelings, right? And so that powerful full moon right on top of the Venus transit is an amazing thing. Now, where I go with the Venus transit is I take the next 120 years will be 20133. 20133. Anyway, I might have got that wrong. Add 120 to 2012. I think it's 2133. Anyway, 120 years from now, what I think is going to be ignited by this configuration is the inner expansion, instant connection and communication with God's self, with I am present, and with one another from within. 1892 to 2012 was, outward. From 2012, the next 120 years, inward. Can you imagine what it's going to be like? I see this lighting up the world like the pinball wizard. Bing, bing, bang, bang, boom, 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 within ourselves, and therefore changing our outside reality. So, oftentimes people ask me, where do I go with these? I'm not attuned to them as to their astrological meaning, but I am very attuned to the vibration of them and the downloads that open up in me when these events occur. Often I choose to celebrate. Sometimes I plan a whole Heartlights journey around one of these events. I've experienced a full moon eclipse with my group in Machu Picchu some years back. I was in the Yucatan for the star tetrahedron in the sky. I was out on a dolphin boat for the Sirius Periastrum, which happens once every 52 years, celebrating that event. So, and then in other ways, sometimes we have gatherings here. But in other ways, sometimes I'm just inside myself with them. I am affected vibrationally and feeling-wise. And because I feel a grid worker, and I hold a heart space, I think these events open tremendous doorways of opportunity. I connect, I go into meditation, especially if I'm by myself. I either see them, like I'm going to be able to see both this eclipse and most likely the Venus transit, because they will be visible in North America where I live. And I have that experience outwardly as well as my inner. I connect my consciousness and my heart to the expanded vibrations and all they bring. And I invite them into my cells. And I feel it. I'm affected by it usually for days, and I receive a lot of information and a lot of downloads. Now, it doesn't matter if you're conscious of the eclipse and the Venus transit or anything. You're going to be affected by it. It's going to change things. That's what these celestial alignments do. So I just invite you to have a very special experience with the one June 4th and 5th, Monday and Tuesday of this week. In whatever way you choose to do it, inside yourself and your imagination, to actually view them, to get together with a group, use this as an opportunity to expand consciousness, open your heart, and shift and change. And don't worry about the mental part, the how-to and all of that. It's going to affect you. You will change, and even more powerfully so as you choose to consciously align with it. So enjoy these several days. And the other thing I want to say is that summertime here on my land at El Shaddai is probably one of my favorite. And another favorite thing I do are the private retreats where one or two people come. Could be sisters, could be a couple, could be just one person. Come and spend a weekend with me, or anyway, 2 days and 2 nights, doesn't have to be during the weekend, of retreat, of growth, of enjoying our 26 acres of wooded land and our spring-fed creek and the horses and the vibration and beauty of El Shaddai, as well as an opportunity to work ongoing with me and with Ezekiel. So this summer, I've reduced the costs $175. What was $499 is $325 for the summer. So my promo, if you're wanting to get away and you'd really like to have an incredible experience, I just love it. I make your new friends. You become so close to me, and it's such a wonderful opportunity for us both. So something to consider if you're needing some help, or you just want to get away and have a wonderful experience. So have a great week. Enjoy the eclipse transit. Let me know what goes on with you, and we'll see you again next week.